From the MTSU Hall of Fame, it's Blue Raider Extra Point.
Hello and welcome to Blue Raider Extra Point. I'm TJ Warner alongside Nick Frazier and Seth Taggett here in MTSU Hall of Fame. It's another weekend full of football action as we jump into Week 5.
And let's kick it off with TJ Warner with the starting lineup.
The starting lineup.
8th ranked Arkansas takes on 2nd ranked Georgia for an in-conference top 10 showdown. This is the third matchup between the two teams in 8 years. The Bulldogs have dominated the all-time series, winning 11 out of 15 games. Arkansas was able to upset Texas A&M last week and are looking to knock off the number 2 team in the nation this week. 14th ranked Michigan goes on the road to take on Wisconsin. Wisconsin had a disappointing loss last week. However, the Badgers are still favored over the Wolverines with home field advantage. Michigan's offense has started this year hot, averaging nearly 41 points per game. The Wisconsin defense will have their hands full trying to slow them down. 7th ranked Cincinnati travels to play 9th ranked Notre Dame. The winner of this matchup could put themselves into the playoff discussion. This is the second matchup all time between the pair, with Notre Dame beating Cincinnati 57-0 all the way back in 1900. Both teams look to stay undefeated and keep their momentum going. 21st ranked Baylor travels to Stillwater to play 19th ranked Oklahoma State. The Bears' offense is dynamic both on the ground and air, putting up 500 yards per game. Oklahoma State is coming off an upset win and looks to keep their winning streak going. This game can determine who takes control of the Big 12 and have a chance to play in the conference championship. Maybe the most exciting game of the weekend is 12th ranked Ole Miss at number 1 Alabama. The two Heisman frontrunners are at QB for each of these teams. Matt Corral has led the Rebels to a 3-0 start, averaging 53 points per game, while Bryce Young has led the Crimson Tide to a 4-0 start, averaging 47 points per game. This will be a must-watch top 15 matchup. I'm TJ Warner, and this has been the starting lineup.
So guys, there's obviously a lot of big matchups in college football this weekend, especially the Alabama-Ole Miss game. Seth, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, going in the game, a lot of people are talking about these high-powered offenses, especially the quarterbacks. We got 2 Heisman front-runners start off the year, but I'm actually more interested to see how the defenses come out and how they're playing, because I think whatever defense comes ready to play, they're going to come out on top on Saturday.
Yeah, I agree, Seth. I think you hit it right on the head. This is supposedly Alabama's best defense since 2010. But we'll see. When this game kicks off, we'll see. But we have to kick it off over to Noah Brady with the Big Blue Review.
The Big Blue Review.
MTSU's men's golf head coach Whit Turnbow informed 2011 graduate Jason Millard that he had been inducted into the Blue Raider Hall of Fame. The long list of accomplishments for Millard include being named to 4 different All-American teams, reaching 2 NCAA championships, and being named to the All-Sun belt 3 times. Millard still holds many records here at MTSU, and he has played golf professionally since graduating in 2011, appearing on the Canadian and Korn Ferry tours. It is a good time to be a member of the MT men's golf team, whether you're on the active roster or a Hall of Fame inducted alumni. After the final round of action concluded on Tuesday afternoon in the JT Poston Invitational, the Blue Raiders found themselves in second place as a team and had 4 individual Raiders finishing in the top 20 as well. Michael Bernard finished the event at 4 under par, leading all Blue Raiders in the event, ending with a 209 score. Varjun finished in 15th place at 3 under par, scoring 210, and Nick Wolf and Kevin Jagers tied one another for 18th place at 5 over par, scoring 218 in the event. In MTSU's first matchup against Marshall back in October of 2013, MTSU came out on top 51-49. Since then, it has been a back-and-forth power struggle in the CUSA, as neither team have won more than 2 of these matchups consecutively. The Raiders do have the home field advantage in this one, however, as they have a 3-1 all-time record in Floyd Stadium against Marshall. Floyd Stadium will be blacked out for Saturday night's game. The official Middle Tennessee Blackout Ticket t-shirt package for students is only available at the Blue Raider ticket office for $12. The package also includes a ticket voucher which can be donated and the 2021 Blackout t-shirt.
Thanks, Noah. Man, it's a great week for MT Athletics. When we come back, Nick Frazier is going to have Around the CUSA. Be sure to stick around.
You're watching Blue Raider Extra Point.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And we are back on Blue Raider Extra Point. I'm TJ Warner alongside Nick Frazier and Seth Taggett. So Nick, what do we have for this week for Around CUSA?
Well, we have two really good games this week. Liberty on the road to UAB, and the other matchup is La Tech on the road in Raleigh, North Carolina, facing the NC State Wolfpack, who are coming off a big upset in a double overtime win against Clemson.
Around the CUSA.
3-1 Liberty take the road to square off against the 3-1 UAB Blazers. Liberty, who are coming off of a loss against Syracuse that ended 24-21. Hugh Freeze and his offense have been struggling as of late, but are looking to turn things around. Dual threat quarterback Malik Willis has thrown for 818 yards on the season and has also rushed for 274 yards, with a total of 14 touchdowns. This offense is orchestrated through him. On the other hand, this UAB defense is very good as well, defending in the red zone, ranking 31st in the nation at 72.7%, according to TeamRankings.com. The UAB Blazers, excluding their game versus Georgia, have outscored opponents 99-27. This will be another close matchup for Liberty, as one of these teams will add another loss to their record. As for the other game, 3-1 NC State hosts 2-2 Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech have been averaging 35 points a game this season, whereas this hot Wolfpack team are coming off arguably the biggest upset yet this season, defeating Clemson in double overtime. Zonovan Knight, who has 298 of his 377 rushing yards come from non-conference opponents, be on the watch for him to take over. This Wolfpack offense, led by quarterback Devin Leary, who has surpassed 1,000 yards passing on the season, this should be a back-and-forth scoring fest in Raleigh, North Carolina. So Seth, what do you think about these matchups, specifically NC State and La Tech?
Well, with NC State, after coming off last week, really a program-defining win, the biggest win in years. It'll be interesting to see if they'll be able to stay focused. La Tech's coming in, they're 2-2, underdogs. It's going to be interesting to see if NC State can stay focused and get the job done on Saturday.
Yeah, and NC State's quarterback, Devin Leary, was exceptional in that game against Clemson. I'll be interested to see how he does this upcoming week. Now let's take a look at all the Conference USA matchups this weekend.
Lots of great matchups coming up this weekend, but now it's time for Blue Raider Spotlight. This week's Spotlight is on MTSU's new pitching coach, Jerry Myers. Austin Caverton has that story for us.
MTSU's baseball team made a major splash this offseason with the signing of former South Carolina pitching coach Jerry Myers. Myers' pitching staff won a national championship while at South Carolina in 2011 and appeared at 3 College World Series championship games during his tenure.
There's a lot that goes into it. Fortunate to be a part of those that you just mentioned, and there's obviously guys that are willing to every day try to compete no matter what we're doing. If it's a bullpen day, if it's a scrimmage day, if it's a fall, we're in the thick of things in postseason play. It's just the competitive nature of guys pushing one another, trying to outdo each other at the same time.
Myers has known MTSU head baseball coach Jim Toman for over 20 years and has been on staff with Toman in the past.
Everywhere he's been, you can go as an assistant, as a head coach. He's had success, and he knows what he's doing, and I think the guys will continue to develop and play hard for him.
Senior Zach Keenan spoke on the impact Myers was having on the team early in the preseason.
We had our first week of practice last week, and this week is obviously our second week, and it seems like he really cares. If you have a nagging arm injury or you have something wrong with you and you're not feeling right, he's very approachable. You can talk to him, and he seems to understand the player, from a player's perspective very well.
It remains to be seen whether or not Coach Myers will be the key to improving a staff that last season ranked in the top 10 in 3 major categories. But the hope is high that Myers' addition will lead to bigger and better things for MTSU's baseball program. Austin Caperton, MTN Sports.
Thanks, Austin. We have to take a quick TV timeout. When we come back, Zachary Lone will have the scouting report. Be sure to stick around.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Catch Blue Raider Extra Point right here Saturday mornings at 10:30 from Party Foul in Murfreesboro.
Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
So many men and women that have served, that expected to be able to have their tuition or certain assistance being given to them, and that money evaporated. With the establishment of the general fund is to make sure that all those men and women can get through MTSU and pursue what they thought they could do when they came on back.
We're extremely proud that the Predators have identified the need to help make this fund one of the best at our university for our veterans.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Welcome back to Blue Raider Extra Point. It is time for this week's scouting report with Zachary Lone.
This Saturday, Marshall comes to MTSU for the Blue Raiders blackout game. The Herd come into this losing 2 straight heartbreakers to make their record 2-2 going into their first conference game. The Thundering Herd have struggled defending the pass this year as they give up 211 yards per game through the air. This is important to the Blue Raiders' success because last week, Cunningham threw for 379 yards and 5 touchdowns in his first start of this year. Marshall also gives up 4.3 yards on the ground per rush. Last week, though, the Blue Raiders averaged 5.5 yards on the ground per rush. The rushing option of the RPO could end up being the difference maker in this game for MTSU. Someone to watch out for on Marshall is quarterback Grant Wells. Wells completes 64% of his passes for an average of 346 yards per game. Someone else to watch out for is running back Rasheen Ali. He averages 93 yards per game on the ground and has ran for 8 touchdowns already this year. Wells and Ali make up the lethal backfield for Marshall. Stopping them will be critical for MTSU's success on Saturday. This weekend, MTSU looks to get their first conference win of the year. The offense was electric last week, and a repeat performance could give the Blue Raiders a win on Blackout Night.
Thanks, Zachary. With this week's scouting report in mind, what are the keys to this game?
Well, my first key would be defensive turnovers. Turnovers have to happen if MTSU want to have a chance at winning this game versus Marshall. My second key is passing. Chase Cunningham threw for over 300 plus yards in last week's game, and I feel like that's going to continue into this week. And he threw to 8 different receivers, so that's pretty impressive. My third key is to finish strong. MTSU has been a very good first half team this year. It hasn't really translated into the second half. Would like to see that energy translate to the second half for them to win.
Yeah, and piggyback off your keys, my first key is win that turnover battle. And MTSU has the advantage here. MTSU's +5 in turnover margin, Marshall -2. They've been struggling with that early in the season. My second key is we got to be better on third down. MTSU on third down, they're only converting around 27%. Marshall, they're converting 51% of the time. If that continues over the weekend, it could be a tough game for the Blue Raiders. And then my third key, establish the run game early. I know we're a pass-heavy team, but Marshall has struggled. They're averaging over 200 yards allowed on the ground. So if we get that run game established early, I think that can help MTSU finish strong.
Yeah, like you said, my first key is run the ball. If we establish the run game early, not only will that force Marshall to load the box, but it'll open up passing lanes for quarterback Chase Cunningham. My second key is to keep forcing turnovers. We've done that recently with our defense, even in Blacksburg against Virginia Tech. We've won the turnover battle. My third key is win third down. If we can win third down, we can keep our drive sustained and hopefully put up a lot of points.
Thank you, TJ. Those were our keys for this week. Catch us on the other side of the break for our picks.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
My Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center, located at Middle Tennessee State University, is the largest and most comprehensive on an academic campus in the nation. We lost our patriot Charlie on 6 July 2020. The creation of the Generals Fund was his last public event in support of our military.
So many men and women that have served that expected to be able to have their tuition or certain assistance being given to them, and that money evaporated. With the establishment of the General Fund is to make sure that all those men and women can get through MTSU and pursue what they thought they could do when they came on back.
We're extremely proud that the Predators have identified the need to help make this fund one of the best at our university for our veterans.
Join us, contribute to the continuation of Charlie's legendary support of our military.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Welcome back to Blue Raider Extra Point. Now it's time for our picks. Our first game we have is Charlotte versus Illinois.
I'm on Charlotte. I think Illinois struggled versus small conference teams. I just see the trend continuing.
Yeah, I got Charlotte on the road. Illinois really struggling 1-4.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. I take Illinois. Next up, we have FIU versus FAU.
I've been on this N'Kosi Perry train. I'm sticking with it, FAU.
Yeah, I got FAU as well. I think they're going to defend their home turf. I got them.
FAU for me as well. La Tech versus NC State.
This is going to be a close one. To some people that I think it's going to be a close one. I'm going to take NC State, though.
Yeah, I got NC State big in this one.
NC State for me. UNLV versus UTSA.
The Krispy Kreme sign was red hot last week. It's still red hot this week. 12 glazed donuts for me. UTSA played well last week. They had 2 keys that hit, and it was the defense showing out, and also just, I mean, how do you come back after 14, 21 points to win by a field goal, 31-28? I mean, you got to take UTSA.
Yeah, I got UTSA as well. I mean, to score 17 unanswered in the fourth at Memphis, at the Liberty Bowl, including a last-second field goal, huge win for them, and I got them over UNLV as well.
I got UTSA as well. Next up, Southern Miss versus Rice.
Give me Frank Gore Jr. in this Southern Miss offense. I'm on him.
Oh, yeah, I think Frank Gore Jr., I think he has a dominant performance against Rice. I got Southern Miss.
Southern Miss as well. Liberty versus UAB.
This is a game where Hugh Freeze has to really show this national public eye that he's still a coach and he can coach good teams, so give me Liberty.
Yeah, I got Liberty too. I think Hugh Freeze, like you said, he's got extra motivation to have his guys ready. I got Liberty.
Yeah, give me Liberty. That quarterback is just too dynamic. Next up, we have Western Kentucky versus Michigan State.
Another close game on the list. I'm going to go Western Kentucky here. They gave Indiana a run for their money last week. I think they're going to do the same here with Michigan State.
Yeah, I got to disagree with you there. I got Michigan State winning this one big.
Michigan State for me. Old Dominion versus UTEP.
Give me UTEP. I like the way they played last week, and I feel like it's going to translate into this week's matchup. So please, give me UTEP.
Yeah, I got UTEP as well. Old Dominion, they've really struggled. They're 1-3. I got UTEP.
UTEP for me. And lastly, the blackout game, MTSU versus Marshall.
Whew. I mean, I've been just fading MTSU all season long on this show. I really don't want to continue that trend, but I am. So give me Marshall. I really would like to see this offense. I think this is a game that's going to, for me, understand if they're going to be my team to pick next week. So I think Chase Cunningham's going to have a good game, but I'm still picking Marshall.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Marshall at first, especially because they're coming off 2 heartbreaking losses. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, MTSU, they're coming off some heartbreaking losses as well. So I've got MTSU at home. I say we win the blackout game.
Okay.
I'm taking Marshall, the Thundering Herd.
Check out Blue Raider Extra Point on Instagram and Twitter.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to tune in every Saturday morning at 10:30.
And go check us out on Instagram and Twitter. We want to hear from you.
And if you missed any of this episode or any of our previous episodes, be sure to check those out at MiddleTennesseeNews.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.